Hello, my name is Dawn Casey. Today's topic is job search tips post-quarantine. If you're one of the many people headed back to work or looking for a job, this video is for you. For those of you who are searching for a job post-quarantine, things are a little bit different than before the pandemic hit. Jobs are plentiful before the pandemic hit, and it was an employees market. This meant that the employees had much more bargaining power than they do today. Unfortunately, now that there's much fewer jobs and businesses are staggering to get back onto their feet and get back to normal, it has resulted in it becoming an employer's market, and there are more candidates for each job and less bargaining power. Now, while this might seem a little bit bleak at this moment in time, have faith. Things will improve. It will pick up. And there are things that you can do to get noticed. This video will provide you tips on things you can do to pump up your job search and ways to get noticed. Let's get started. Hello and welcome. My name is Dawn Casey with over 20 years of leading human resource departments and the recruitment function. I help people with their career challenges, changes, and of course questions. This is a Career Rescue Coach YouTube channel. What makes this channel a little bit different is that I've been helping employees navigate the career waters for over 20 years now. And I share my stories, my experiences, and of course my human resource adventures with you throughout all these videos. Thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe. Now, let's get into job search tips post-quarantine. Okay, here are some tips. Number 1, take time to organize your job search. Set up an Excel spreadsheet and create the following tabs: job boards, jobs applied for, unemployment jobs, top 10 companies, contacts made, agency contacts, job fairs, and / informational interviews. By creating these tabs, it allows you to track your job search in a very organized way. In addition, you work through each of these tabs throughout your week. As part of your job search, you should be reaching out to others to find companies that you really want to work for yourself. That's part of this job search. You should be utilizing your network when you apply for jobs and reach out to those people and those recruiters. Once you apply for a job, let them know who you are. If you're performing a job search locally, setting up informational interviews with HR people at those companies you wish to work for is a great way to move forward, and it is often an opportunity that is missed. Number 2, get your LinkedIn profile to an all-star status. There's so many ways to make your LinkedIn profile stand out these days. Here's some things to consider doing. Put up a video about you talking about your background, who you are, and what you're especially good at. Update your skills section to match your resume. Make sure your top 3 skills are at the top of that list. Take advantage of project area and add links and projects to work you've done in the past. If you have a blog or an interesting website, put a link to that just as an item of interest. Make sure you're turning on the recruiter notifications so that recruiters can find you for jobs. And then take time to ask for updated recommendations on your LinkedIn profile so you have very recent recommendations. Number 3, when searching for jobs, use qualifiers. So, when searching for a job, you can enter urgently hiring, hiring immediately, and your location to view immediate openings. You can also type in things like remote or telecommute to find those remote opportunities. And by the way, there's a lot of them. Also entering a hashtag like hashtag now hiring or hashtag hiring on social platforms and LinkedIn will give you a sense of what jobs are on demand, and especially in your location. Number 4, include a cover letter for each and every single job that you apply for. Often people miss this opportunity to market themselves. It's really important, and especially today because the trend is to not include a cover letter. By including one, you will stand out and grab attention. And be sure to address in your cover letter, if you're wanting to work remote, why you'd make a good remote employee. And be sure to address towards the bottom of your cover letter, if you've got gaps, what the gaps were regarding. Talk about them positively, move on. So you don't want to give an employer a reason to pause, is the idea of that. Number 5, When applying for jobs, reach out to the contacts of these companies. Put a face to the name of that application. Reach out to those recruiters at those companies that you've applied for and let them know that you're interested in their company and in their job. Number 6, be prepared for a video interview. Practice the lighting, practice the setup. Get comfortable with your webcam, whether it's a camera on your computer or whether it's a special camera. Get comfortable with this and do this the day before. Don't do it right before the interview. You want to be ready. Number 7, don't forget to do your research. If you are interviewing for a remote job, just like any other job, do your research. Be ready for that interview. It's especially important to be ready and prepared today because there's a lot more applicants for each job. Number 8, consider remote jobs. These jobs are on the rise. I'm telling you, there are so many out there right now. If you're in a field that can easily work from home, there is a plethora of jobs out there. Take advantage of this option and search dedicated job sites for remote work. Some of these job sites are remote.co, Indeed Remote, Monster.com Remote, Career Builder Remote, LinkedIn Remote, We Work Remote. So just put in the remote or telecommute qualifier and you will find a ton of jobs. And number 9, set up job notifications on job boards. By setting up notifications on job boards, that really makes your job search much more efficient. Be sure to note which ones you've done this on so you can go back and turn them off once you get a job. But also it's a really good thing too because you can be one of the first people to apply for jobs, which today jobs are moving quickly, so you want to do this. Now, for more details on how to really amp up your job search and get on the right track, check out my other video on how to supercharge your job search. Alright, so we've talked about how things have changed and what you can do to stand out in your job search. Be patient and the right job will indeed show up. Be open to possibilities and to working remote and you will have a job in no time. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to check out the Career Rescue Coach Facebook page and be sure to share your comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I never get comments. I love comments. Here are my social media addresses for you to come visit me. And thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Dawn Casey as a Career Rescue Coach. Remember, change your job, change your life. Be safe and be well.